Hello and welcome to Buyer's Remorse. I am Justin,
And I'm Darren.
and today, we should talk about this show is all about subjecting each other to games we already own. Darren, what game did I pick out of your library?
You picked 4 real winners this time, man, and I hate you for it. This one was called The Weirdest... no, it's just called Weirdest Thing.
Yeah. See, I love how you get so angry about it, but it is in your library. Granted, somebody may have given it to you, but here it is. Weirdest Thing. I picked it because one is called Weirdest Thing. Two, something about the look of it reminded me of the claymation versions of Rick and Morty they use as bumpers on Adult Swim.
Yep.
And I don't know, just something about the Steam page appealed to me. So tell me about Weirdest Thing. What is this game?
Or the lack of Steam page, because it's been delisted now.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yes. So I have played games before that have been delisted. Here is yours. So talk about Weirdest Thing. What are people missing out on?
It's a shame, guys, because actually this one wasn't too bad. It's not as bad as the other ones, but this one is kind of a shit move by the developer, because basically the reason he delisted it was because he, quote, said, well, I can't say quote because I'm paraphrasing him, but he said basically, I'm delisting the game because I need to buy a new GPU, and idiots will buy it. Collectors will buy it at a higher price now, and I'll make money rather than just have it on Steam. Because there are websites dedicated to things that are being delisted, especially if they've got cards. There are collectors group on Steam that are dedicated to purchasing delisted games. There's dedicated Steam groups that, there are Steam groups on Steam that are dedicated to anticipating which games will get delisted, usually because of music copyright. You know, they're like, it's running out on this. Like Tony Hawk's got delisted from Steam. Ghostbusters got delisted from Steam. There's
Adventure Time, there were a couple games
Adventure Time went up recently, yeah. Well, recently. What's recently in this place? But yeah, so...
This place being our podcast,
yeah,
where we're probably
10 years behind.
Yeah. But there was a point where they were warning that it was going to be delisted, and you were assuming it's because of the music that was in it.
Yeah. It's usually the case. It's some kind of right or something runs out is on the line, and rather than pay money to extend it or to re-sign it, they just let it go. It's cheaper just to let it go. But for the Weirdest Thing, this guy seemingly did this real dick move where he's like, because it was only it was only on the Steam store page for a few months.
You got in very early then.
I don't know how I got this game. I think it was already cheap, but and I think I got it on a sale. So it was like on a launch sale or something like that. And then it was gone. Yeah, and then the reason was because he's like, yeah, collectors will buy it. They'll buy more copies if they know it's not going to be available. So he purposely withdrew it, because actually the game is not that bad. It's funny. It's weird, hence the title. But what an asshole thing to do. Seriously. You should be ashamed of yourself. Not you, but this guy.
I was just...
But yeah, so there's basically it's a game of mini games, and you've got 5 levels. You've got Goddamn Veggies, you've got Juice, Pink Neck, Bruno, and Unicorn. And basically, Goddamn Hippies, you play this doctor. Juice, you play this kind of Russian who's basically wanking in bed. We'll get to that later. Pink Neck, you Jesus, some of the Pink Neck, you play this guy that gets pegged by this girl. Bruno, you play a dog. Unicorn is all about taking mushrooms and being a hippie. So basically, you start with 5 stories, and they've all got the same voice actor who's trying out different accents, which is kind of amusing in its own way. But yeah, it's a game of mini games. So in Goddamn Veggies, all you got to do stuff is it's just all vegetable related. You have to, I don't know, man, just pick out vegetables. There's really nothing to it.
Are you picking out rotten vegetables out of a group Or
something like that. It left no impact on me. Basically, I really don't even remember what goddamn Veggies was about. Juice is this juiced up Russian guy, and basically in the beginning, you're in bed and you're jacking off, and then you hear a knock at the door, and then the door opens, and you have to stop jacking off, otherwise your mum will catch you. The door closes again, and you're clicking the mouse button, and the bed sheets are going up and down, and then this as you stop it, the camera kind of pans back. And then as you start doing it again, the camera zooms in, and basically you've got to get the camera as close up as possible to you on the bed. And then I guess your happy time is done. And then you've basically got to, after that, you're watching TV, and you have to, like, it's a TV show, a reality show or whatever, and the people on it are swearing, and you have to click over the swear words to insert beeps. And if you don't, then you go back to the beginning. This level was really frustrating because you basically have to learn the script to do it. This was the longest one. It took me a long time to get through this. I'll also say that I did play this for more than the hour. If I only played it for an hour, I wouldn't have. I actually managed to 100% this game. This was my last achievement to get because I did give up, but I went back in. I was like, nah, I'm not going to be beaten by this fucking game. I'm going to do this. But yeah, so it was good. It was an alright level. Pink Neck, you're this redneck. You make moonshine, and then you get pegged by some prostitute. The end. There's really the actual bit where you're in bed with the woman. You have to tap the mouse. You can't just like go tap 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 tap. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe it's too painful for you. So you have to get into a rhythm where you're like tap 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 tap. By the end of it, because it's just two faces, and so her face will move in, and then your face will move out, kind of thing. And then you go back, and so by the end of it, it's just like these faces moving back and forwards. It's ridiculous, but it made me giggle a little bit because I've got the humour of a 12-year-old, it appears. So Bruno is a dog that farts, basically. The end. Unicorn is about this hippie that smokes weed, follows a leprechaun to his mushroom stash, eats the mushrooms, trips out. The end. Yeah, so I 100% this game.
how long did it take you to 100%? Do you know?
Just over it. Just like, honestly, I probably played it for an hour and a half. But 30 minutes of that was doing that censor part, man. That was really, really annoying. But yeah, and I even wrote the whole game was annoying, but I did it. Yeah, so it means some of the mini games they're to the second, even to the millisecond timing, and it's just made just to mess with you. This game, it's frustrating, but I think it's like, do you remember those impossible quizzes? Did you ever play the impossible quiz on the internet where it's just really ridiculous questions where push the red button, but as you go to click on it, it moves to another part of the screen?
Oh, I have done one like that.
Right. Yeah. It's like that. It's made to mess with you, you know? It's kind of, it's trying to be South Park. It's trying to be Rick and Morty. That is it. It's a game of 5 mini games, which the guy, it came out in October. Sorry, it came out in October 2018, and the developer took it down in 2019. And he also removed 3 of his other games. The reason he said was, I don't feel comfortable promoting them anymore. It's like, well, why did you make them? And then once you dig deeper, it's like, oh, this is like a money grab.
So, this game, you played it for 60 minutes.
Yep.
You've already admitted that you played for longer, so that's already done. You've 100%ed it.
Yep.
Do you think you'd come back to this game?
Not anymore, no. Definitely done. This is a once and done kind of game for me. I don't see any longevity in this kind of game.
Would you recommend this to me?
I don't know, man.
If it were possible?
Yeah, if it were possible. I don't know. I think you'd maybe get a kick out of it, but it'd be one of those kind of games where you'd play it for 5 minutes and then you'd know, like, okay, I want to 100% this game. I want to see all the different bits to it. But that's it. It loses its charm after that. Like, once you've seen it all, there's really nothing drawing you back into it.
Would you recommend this to our listeners? Again, should they be able to get it?
Should
but
they be able
obviously
to get it?
now it would be highly exorbitant prices.
Yeah, you'd have to go over to Steam Trades to hope that someone had a key for it. It would be really hard to get and probably well overpriced, yeah. So
let me ask you this, then what do you think would be a good price for this game?
50 cents, which is probably what I got it for, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I enjoyed my time with it, but maybe I was just being a bit too kind to it. It really has nothing going for it.
What 3 tags would you give it?
Time waster, frustrating, mini game.
Okay. And is this buyer's remorse or buyer's confirmation?
It's going to have to be a confirmation, but it's a reluctant confirmation. I can't say it's not you have a drunk friend remorse, but it's like, I feel a bit dirty playing it after completing it and stuff, you know. So
Reluctant confirmation.
reluctant confirmation.
Buyer's confirmation.